2, applications of maxima and minima. Problem number 4. The demand for shoes at price X is D equals 300 minus 10 times X items. Now given your cost is 2X, find the price that maximizes profit. Let's talk about what all this means. Okay. You have a price of an item, and it's called an X. Could be $1, $2, $10. Could be, we can change the price anytime we want to. But we find that the demand for our items matches this. The 300, which is constant, that says this particular week we will have 300 items. That's as many as we can order. And we found that if the price is 0, and people find out about it, 0 times 10 gives us 300. That means if the price is 0, every one of these items will leave the shelf. People will take every one of them. We find that if we charge $1 for the price 1 week, what happens is we end up selling only 290 of the items. Just about all of them go. And as we raise the price higher and higher, the fewer items that leave the shelf. And finally, someone has found out that if you charge $30 for this particular item, we start off with 300 items, we will end with 300 items. So the demand will be 0. So they worked hard and they found a function that tells them how much people will come in week by week to buy their items if they have a stock of a stock of 300 weekly. You can do this for weeks, for months, for a year. Now, just to have the items, it's going to cost them the cost to do this business is be 2 times X. So whatever price that the items are being sold at, it's going to cost them twice as much to have that item, okay, or just to do this business. We want to find the price that maximizes profit. This means we need to find the profit function, take a derivative of it, set it to 0, and find out what X maximizes it. So let's talk about the profit function. Profit function, denoted by P, is found by knowing 2 things. You have to know your revenue, the money that's coming in, minus your cost, which is your money going out. Now right now we do know the money that's going out. The cost function is 2x, so that's known. The problem is the revenue function is not known, so let's talk about revenue. Revenue first considers how many items people are actually buying from you and at what cost. So the number of items that they're buying from you in a month is the demand function. So it's the demand function multiplied with the current price of that item, which is X. So in this case, our revenue will be X times the demand function, 300 minus 10X. And this will give us our revenue. We just simply multiply the price times how many people have bought it that month at that price. So, revenue is now a function of X and can be simplified to 300x minus 10x squared. Now back to the profit function. The profit function is a revenue function minus the cost function. So let's put the cost function in there so we can have the profit function. Okay. So our profit will be our revenue function using the current price minus the cost function with the current price. Let's simplify that. Now that we have the profit function, I'm going to take a derivative of it, set it to 0, and solve for x. Okay, I'm going to add 20x to both sides. And I'm going to divide both sides by 20. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 9 4 times. 2 goes into 18 9 times. Okay, since I'm also dividing by another 10, this will reduce by 10. So, if I charge just about almost $15, it will give me the maximum amount of profit. Even though the demand would have gone down, if I charge about $15, my demand that week is going to be only 150. But it's okay to have 150 sold because I know that I'm maximizing my revenue by charging $14.90.